Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have Turkey and Africa strengthen their ties at the heart of the decision summit. New failures of talks between Israelis reject ceasefires. Welcome to our newsroom. The congratulatory message from the head of state to the newly elected president of Botswana. The head of state, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, expressed his warm congratulations to the newly elected president of Botswana, Mr. Duma Boko, leader of the politician coalitions, declared winner of the general elections held last Wednesday in this country. There is no doubt that your election is a deserved reward for your constantly renewed desire to serve your nations with courage, talent, and patriotism, wrote President Guelleh in the congratulatory telegram sent this Saturday to Mr. Duma Boko. I sincerely hope that your actions at the head of Botswana will be a source of progress, development, and prosperity, noted the head of state in the same document. Your perfect masteries of the issues on the agenda in your countries will be a valuable support to you in further connecting your countries to a process of increasing its economic provisions, also indicated President Ismail Omar Guelleh, relaying his readiness to work to strengthen relations of friendship and cooperation between our two states and our two populations. This morning, the doors of the prestigious Kempinski Hotel opened to host a crucial experts meeting within the framework of the Turkey-Africa Ministerial Conference. This event brought together prominent figures and ministers from 14 African countries, testifying to the magnitude of the issues that will be discussed. The main objectives of this high-level meeting is to foster a constructive dialogue on the crucial challenges that will be at the heart of the ministerial discussions tomorrow. This summit, which promises to be a significant milestone, aims to deepen economic, political, and cultural relations between Turkey and the African continent. The discussion is marked by the presence of the senior officials from the African Union Commissions as part of an ongoing dynamic aimed at strengthening ties between Turkey and Africa. The experts present are focusing on key themes such as sustainable development, economic cooperation, and regional security, while trying to identify concrete solutions and recommendations to be presented at the summit. Turkey, which has already invested heavily in various sectors in Africa, continues to strengthen strategic partnerships that benefit both sides. This rapprochement, far from being a recent phenomenon, is part of Turkey's desire to increase its engagement on the continent over the decades through official visits, increased development assistance, and increased trade. Today's meeting illustrates the determinations of both sides to build a lasting and mutually beneficial partnership. The foreign ministers, the head of the diplomacy, received in mass on the tarmac of the airport his African and Turkish counterpart, who came to participate in the Africa-Turkey ministerial meeting a few hours before the official opening of the third edition of the Africa-Turkey ministerial meeting, whose work began this morning in Kempinski with the preparatory meeting with the representatives of state. A large delegation led by the president of the African Union Commission, Moussa Faki, arrived in Djibouti, were welcomed by the head of the Djiboutian diplomacy, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, to take part in this conference. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and Development Cooperation of Burundi, His Excellency Albert Shingiro, and his delegation were also welcomed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, in the wake of the Minister of Foreign Affairs Cooperation and Mauritanian abroad, Mr. Mohammed Salim Ould Merzouk, accompanied by a strong delegation, returned to the country after a warm welcome on the tarmac of Djibouti International Airport. The Turkish Ministers of Foreign Affairs Hakan Fidan arrived at the end of this afternoon to join his African counterpart as part of the third edition of the Africa-Turkey ministerial meeting. The delegation of the Turkish Ministries of Foreign Affairs was welcomed with great pomp on the tarmac of the Djibouti International Airport before going to Kempinski Palace. The head of the Foreign Minister Mahmoud Ali Yusuf held a bilateral meetings with his Turkish counterpart this afternoon at the Kempinski Hotel on the eve of the Turkey-Africa ministerial meeting. Senior officials from both sides participate in this meeting, during which the friendly relations between Djibouti and Ankara were reviewed, as well as the main items on the agenda of the ministerial meeting scheduled for October 3, 2024. The two ministers expressed their strong desire to make tomorrow's meeting a success, which will focus on ways to strengthen cooperation and the existing partnership between the Republic of Turkey and African countries. They also stressed the importance of hosting Djibouti for this type of conferences, mentioning the country's strategic position as an international commercial gateway. It should be noted that his bilateral meetings follows the meeting of senior officials that concluded this afternoon at the Kempinski Hotel. A prestigious gala dinner's evening was held yesterday evening in the premises of the Prime Minister's offices in honor of the Honorable Dileita Mohammed Dileita, Speaker of the National Assembly of Djibouti. This reception was organized by His Excellency Sheikh Adan Mohammed Noor, Speaker of the National Assembly of Somalia. The event, organized with fervor and enthusiasm, brought together many high-ranking personalities, including Prime Minister Hamza Abdi, the Minister of Foreign Affairs Ahmed Maalim Fiqi, as well as several members of the government. The evening of celebrations was also attended by Mr. Abdulaziz Mohammed Hassan, President of the Southwest Region, and Ahmed Abdi, President of Galmudug Region, and Ali Abdullahi Hassan, President of Hirshabelle Region. In response to the request of the Somali people and in tribute to the shared histories of the two nations, including the Arta Conference, the Djiboutian national group, the GAN was specially invited to liven up the evening. The group offered a vibrant performance full of nostalgia. The famous Somali musical group Encore also took part in the festivities. In his farewell speech, the Speaker of the Somali Parliament, the Honorable Sheikh Adan Mohammed Noor Madobe, in front of his guests, said, "We are very proud to receive you, very proud that we spend together with joy, and we hope that the moment of your stay." And like this, President Adan Madobe welcomed the relations of friendship and brotherhood that unite the two countries, as the parliamentarian who spoke before me said. On a working mission to Djibouti, the delegation led by Dr. Hanan Balki, who regional director for the Eastern Mediterranean, began a series of visits to the main health structures in the countries. Indeed, this file's visit aimed to provide a general and objective overview of the functioning of our health structures, as well as the quality of the different health services offered at each level of the health pyramid. Accompanied by the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Robil Abdillah, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Mohammed Ali Mohammed, the regional director received a warm welcome from the medical staff of Dr. Abdullahi Hassan Ainan Polyclinic and the community of Hayable. During this visit, Dr. Balqi's delegation was able to grasp the extent of the health reform undertaken by the government to improve access to care and the quality of specialty services. At the end of this Hayable stage, Dr. Balqi reacted by indicating the strong participation of community health workers and volunteers working together to build trust, increase awareness, and access meet local health needs. As part of the bilateral cooperation between the Republic of Djibouti and the Republic of Turkey, the Konya Road, which passes in front of the Abdul Hamid second mosque in Djibouti city, was officially inaugurated yesterday Friday after its rehabilitation. The inauguration ceremony took place in the presence of several dignitaries, including the Minister of Muslim Affairs and Waqf Mumin Hassan Barre, the Minister of Infrastructure and Equipment Hassan Hamad Arbahim, the Mayor of the City of Djibouti Saeed Dawood Mohammed, as well as the Turkish Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs Burhantin Duran. Also present, the Ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to Ankara, Adan Hussein Abdullahi, the Ambassador of Turkey to Djibouti, Mr. Erdal Sabri Ergen, among other officials. Urban roads are essential to the life of large cities, playing a vital role in economic and social development. They facilitate the movement and transportations of people and goods, thus improving access to essential services. This new road also provides easy access to the Abdul Hamid Second Grand Mosque. It is worth
between us, and I bring you my President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and my Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan's salams to you. And this road, Konya Road, is just a small concrete piece of our brotherhood, and I believe that we will continue to make many good things together. And I am very thankful to Ulova Construction for this road. And as brothers, two nations will continue to further our relations in many fields. And by this occasion, we have a third ministerial review meeting. Tomorrow, my minister will come to Djibouti, and we will discuss every issues of Africa. And we believe that African way to African problems is the key in Africa. And Turkey is based on its approach to Africa and Djibouti, win-win approach and brotherhood.
As part of the National and African Youth Week from October 2021 to November 3, 2024, the Bawadi Mall will host a photographic exhibition supported by the Ministry of Youth and Culture, which is strongly committed to promoting the cultural expression of Djiboutian artists. This exhibition is an opportunity to highlight the essential role of the arts in societal development while offering a showcase of the different art forms of the purple economy that reflects our national identity and our heritage, our cultural legacy. It is with this in mind that the Ministry wanted to support the photographic exhibitions and talented Djiboutian photographer Giri Momin Okiye. The exhibitions of the artist photographer highlight the wealth of natural resources and beauty of rural landscape of the interior regions of Djibouti, allowing the public to rediscover the natural treasures of our countries, often unknown. The objectives of this exhibition are multiple. First, it aims to promote creativity Djibouti to promote visual artistic initiatives and tourism while laying the foundations for an artistic perspective, reaching opportunities and private initiative a source of wealth and jobs. Furthermore, this event also aims to raise awareness among the general public about the importance of preserving our rich natural heritage, sharing it with the world through photography and cinematography. The president of the Djibouti Ports and Free Zone Authority, Abubakar Omar Hadi, received this Thursday at the Red Sea World Denisa Elena Ionete, the new ambassador of the European Union to Djibouti and to the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD. This visit is part of the Ambassador United Towers to establish contact with the Djiboutian authorities. The president of Ports took this opportunity to congratulate the ambassador on her new duties and wish her every success for her missions in Djibouti. During the meeting, discussions focused on insecurity in the Red Sea and Bab el-Mandeb Strait, with the maritime trade accounting for around 80% of global trade. The importance of these regions was highlighted. In this context, the Red Sea bunkering and the Djibouti ship repair yards were highlighted for their critical role in supporting ship playing these important maritime routes. The EU and IGAD ambassador highlighted the strategic importance of Djibouti to the European Union, acknowledging the valuable role played by the countries in ensuring the success of EU. As part of the ongoing military refresher training course, the Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces, General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, conducted a thorough inspection at the Said Gaban Training Center, located in the Dukhel region, sat down. Accompanied by this military delegation, the CMGA began this strategically important visit at 6 a.m. with the aim of strengthening and encouraging the preparations and cohesion capabilities of the forces in training. Upon arrival at the center, the CMGA and his delegation were warmly welcomed by Colonel Ibrahim Ali Farah, commander of the Dukhel Combined Armies Regiment, and honored by a guard of honor. A parade of arms was held, emphasizing the importance of these inspections in the context of the development of the trainees' military skills. The morning activities continued at the Said Gaban Training Center in a tent set up for a brief presentation of the Said Gaban Training Center. This center currently hosted 100 trainees from the Riyadh and the Ali Sabih Joint Arms Battalion, offering an intensive framework for military training and development. The training activities include physical and technical exercises that highlight the diversity of skills essential to the protection and defense of the national territory. Among the workshop observed, the march run topography activity, tactical combat exercises, and were in the spotlight. Each workshop continued a key elements of files preparations under demanding field conditions. The soldiers in training are confronted with the scenarios and environments that simulate real and hostile situations, offering a practical approach to facing defense challenges. The refresher courses in Said Gaban thus embodies a crucial step in the continuing training of the Djiboutian forces, focused on physical fitness, tactical precision, and resilience.
Le groupe est constitué en deux équipes, équipe fait, équipe choc.
Est-ce que quelqu'un pourrait s'orienter Medmoun Dahdina ayant donné nous pour le tuer?
C'est-à-dire que c'est clash.
Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire?
Il y a l'orientation après aiguille rouge vers le nord. Après est sud ouest sud باش صباحي.
D'accord, marquage.
عادي كده عند دقائق.
Voilà. Donc vous pouvez Voilà.
After the visit to the Said Gaban Center, the Semga headed to Hull Hall for a second inspection at Eco Mill, where he was welcomed with the military honor by Lieutenant Colonel Ali Abdi Omar, commander of the military school, as well as by an honorary troop composed of trainees. At Eco Mill, more than 750 military men and women participate in a military refresher courses focused on advanced specialization. In key areas of military operations, the CMGA thus visited several workshops on the refresher programs, including transmissions and shooting instruction courses. These training courses aim to strengthen the precision and efficiency of unity on the ground in combat situations. These inspections allow the CMGA to meet directly with the supervisor and to take with the trainees, listening to their feedback and feelings about the training in progress. He also took a moment to interact with the female personnel, highlighting the inclusiveness and values of the role of women in the Djiboutian Armed Forces. A highlight of this visit was the participation of the CMGA in a demonstrations of dismantling and reassembling weapons an activity that requires high concentrations and technical mastery. This demonstration illustrated the importance of mastering military equipment to ensure the efficiency and responsiveness of unit in fire situation. Finally, these inspections in the Said Gaban and Eco Mill Center are part of a broader approach to improving the skills and cohesion of the Djiboutian Armed Forces. The ongoing refresher training with its various workshops and challenges reflect the FAT's commitment to prepare for the realities on the file in hostile environment while integrating an inclusive and professional approach.
utilisé contre le Djibouti terrestre. Waxa lagu talagalay agent planté légère. Sous Aranai في M3 23,200 kg. Du Kanogi soit 12,30 kg 300 kg. 1200 mètres. Là c'est quoi? Parle. C'est bon. وصف المستقبل عبد الله جلال la mitrailleuse lourde de شن باستعمالها اوكي imika waxaan galanaa maxaa la odhan lagaa
On Thursday, October 31, 2024, under the presidency of Madam Attorney General of the Court of Appeal, Ms. Mohammed Saeed, the end of training ceremony on multi-agency simulation was held at the Gendarmerie Conference Center located at PICA 23. Also participating in this ceremony were the public prosecutor Hassan Mohammed Hassan and Marco Bifo, regional representative of CVPO for the illicit trafficking of migrants and human trafficking, as well as representatives of the various agencies and senior officials of the security and defense forces. This indeed innovative trainings led by CVPOL, which took place from October 27 to 31, 2024 at the International School for the Practices of the Judicial Police, bringing together around 40 trainees represented by the various agencies in charge of the fight against migrant trafficking and human trafficking. The members of the institutions that participate in this training are the National Police, the National Coordination Offices for Immigration, the National Gendarmerie Magistrate, the Djiboutian Coast Guard, the DGSDS, the Labor Inspection Services, the CNDH, Honors, Civil Society Organizations, and IOM. The main objectives of this training is to strengthen coordination between the different actors in the framework of the applications of a standardized operational procedure in order to provide humanitarian assistance to victims after the protocol in speech delivered by Colonel Hussein Qayad. As part of the capacity building project on maritime security at sea in its third phase, the Djiboutian Coast Guard organized a closing ceremony for 2 training courses on boarding techniques and pursuit arrest techniques, which benefit the members of the Rapid Intervention Group of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, of the Brigade Researches, Investigation and Judicial Affairs, and those of the Naval Means Services. This ceremony was held on Thursday, October 31, 2024, at the Naval Training Centers of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, was jointly chaired by Colonel Wais Omar Bore, Commander of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, and the permanent representative of JICA in Djibouti, Mr. Kaneda Mazayuki. The ceremony ended with the presentations of certificate to the participants who benefit from this training. The speeches during this ceremony began with the words from Commander Suzuki Motonori, Chief Advisor of the Mobile Cooperation Team of the Japanese Coast Guard, who returned to the importance of the continuity of the training cycles in the development of knowledge and skills of the participants who take part in these trainings, which are in their third phase. In was the permanent representative of JICA in Djibouti, Mr. Kaneda Mazayuki, who in turn took the floor and recalled that the repetitions and consolidations of these techniques are essential in the prosper executions of the missions, and encouraged the participants to share the knowledge acquired during these trainings. Finally, Colonel Wais Omar Bore, Commander of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, said that which in return to a close ties of cooperation and collaboration between the institutions and its Japanese partners, whether JICA and the Japanese Coast Guard, who provided these trainings, which closed the speeches. On the morning of Wednesday, October 13, a large Chinese delegation visited Ras-Yan. This delegation, led by the governor of the Xiancheng region, China, and the ambassador of Djibouti to China, His Excellency Abdallah Abdullahi Miguel, was welcomed by the prefect of the Obok regions and Army Colonel Ilyas Omar Yusuf at the Ras-Yan airfield. The delegation, which included senior hotel officials, visited the Ras-Yan hotel, the work of which has not yet been completed. At the end of the visit, the delegation flew to Tajura. It should be noted that the Chinese delegation recently met with the Prime Minister, who honored the head of the delegation. During this meeting, they signed an agreement on the development of the tourism sector in Djibouti, demonstrating the willingness of both parties to strengthen their cooperation in this key area for the country's economy. For the international scene, a Hamas delegation received the proposal of a short hiatus during a meeting in Doha with the representatives of Egypt and Qatar. Hamas political bureau officials who spoke on conditions of anonymity. It includes the entries of humanitarian aid into the besieged territories and unlimited exchanges of Palestinian prisoners held by Israel for hostages held in Gaza since the attack on October 7, 2023. but the proposal does not include a permanent halt to the aggression itself, the withdrawal of the Israeli army from the Gaza Strip, and the return of people displaced by the fighting that has lasted for more than a year. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.